What are boundaries? Boundaries are how we honor and respect ourselves, but still manage to be open and receptive to others. Boundaries extend to all areas of our lives. Like, there are boundaries in your relationships, with your family, your friends, at work. So, firstly, I think the most obvious one would be our physical boundaries. So this is whether you want to hug or kiss someone and you're at liberty to create those boundaries or that distance between you and another person, and safeguard yourself. And it's okay if somebody else creates a boundary between you and them. It's always good to respect people's boundaries and allow them the space to do so without making them feel bad for doing it. So, emotional boundaries then would be you deciding who you want to share your emotions with, how you want to share with them, and if at all you want to share. And it's okay if you don't want to share your emotions with anyone until you feel comfortable. So, emotional boundaries, in essence, are speaking to your feelings and maybe your experiences, and if you're willing to trust the other person enough to share your emotions with them. And therefore it is always so important to set those boundaries, and just decide when you're ready. Don't feel pressured by anyone to share whether you're having an issue or not. Just because you've shared that I have an issue doesn't mean you have to give more detail. I think you need to be at a space where you feel comfortable enough to share with a friend, whether you want to or not. And then there are conversational boundaries. These speak to if you're feeling uncomfortable with something in the conversation that you're having with another person. Oftentimes, we're living in an age where there's online dating, and people will insist you share your location or insist you share your full name, because now we use pseudonyms. And I think that's is grounds for you to put up those boundaries and say, I'm sorry, I do not feel comfortable with sharing such information. And therefore you set your conversational boundaries, and it's very important for you to recognize yeah, I think it's very important for you to recognize when somebody is being too persuasive and trying to find out information about you, in particular, or whichever conversations that may. Then we have time boundaries, and this is very important for us people who are working, but also if you have a family to look after. I think time boundaries are very important, where you're able to set time boundaries about who you're wanting to spend time with, when you're wanting to spend time with. I think also with our devices nowadays, there's this expectation that you should respond to a message right then and there as you receive it. And I think setting those time boundaries, deciding when and how you're going to respond to messages or calls, is very important for your mental well-being as a whole. And I hope that this short video about boundaries has been informative. Please like or share and I will be sharing more videos as time goes by.